I don't. I thought. What the fuck?
I'll keep this.
All right.
Ready to rock?
Yep.
All right. Island, Mox Emerald.
What the fuck?
Sylvan Caryatid.
Okay.
So I
And
go.
only one person be commentating at a time.
This is bad.
No, if you guys want to commentate,
Go ahead.
Tap up, keep draw.
That way you have something to do when you're ready. Dogs in the
Natural order sacking Sylvan Caryatid.
What the fuck? Oh God. Yeah. What am I gonna do with one swamp?
I don't fucking know.
Skull pierce it.
I wasn't sure.
Phase
Woodfall
it.
Primus blow up your swamp. Go ahead.
Yeah, you could do that just as easily though.
No,
I
but
can
he only
scout.
has
I can
one
scout
match.
both matches.
Go
There's only
ahead.
two going on, right?
there was a discussion in Hail Stream the other day about whether stream sniping and scouting were the same thing. And everybody's like, you are a stream person for suggesting that.
6.
Take it. 14.
Uro.
Yep.
Scouting is just dead now, right? Everything that matters is open deck.
Open deck list.
I'll put a Shifting Woodland into play tapped, and then
Well, back in the day, people would
Even with
Pass the
open
turn.
deck list, the first open deck list tournament I ever watched, because it wasn't fully open deck list, it was the Reed Duke GP, where he was giving his deck list to everyone.
Yeah.
I'll escalate.
He got
I'll do the duress mode and I'll gain 2 and you lose 2.
He said that after round 7, one of his opponents had
Okay.
watched an earlier match where he played the same matchup and
Lose
sideboarded
2.
in a different way.
Go ahead.
And was curious why he had changed it up. So,
draw.
scouting sideboard value still exists. And it is marginal.
Bristly Bill.
And backfires.
Yeah.
Odawar, I'm putting +1/+1 counter in here. Swing 7. Cast an Adu.
Man, straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I go.
Good luck.
I'm a little concerned that I think my deck is busted and I'm going to lose my first round because Brian's deck also looks really good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was walking to draft. Yeah.
That's good though. I want everyone to have busted decks.
Yeah, that's the point of this.
I want fireworks.
Well,
So is more commentating?
Delta go. No, just mics. You guys got the mics out, right?
yeah, we do. I don't know if anybody is watching.
I don't have time.
But we're still recording for posterity.
Yeah,
And people will watch the YouTube video and then they'll respond. I'm watching Brian.
that makes sense.
Hold your on.
This is Joey telling himself later to respond and say, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hope has arrived.
This conversation is more about what I would like.
I think this is silly and this is better. Okay. Game 1, dink, reset.
19. Trying to remember if I have that card in my deck.
Well, you discard a Collective Brutality, uses land, right?
Atali.
Atali.
I'll be able to play.
Got it.
I knew I had one Chevelle, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it definitely seemed open. Like
I didn't get enough bombs out. I think you're the one who took all the bombs that I wanted.
Sure.
I would have liked with Paul Primus. Maybe I should have picked it up. Get the shot.
Yeah, I mean, you were going to get it. I was 50-50 on taking it. I was like, dude, maybe I do want to spec on Natural Order.
Graveyard amount.
Okay. I'll keep it.
Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, we'll get all the bad hands out of it.
Currency Converter, Sego.
Dark Pit.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Sure thing. Keep draw. Caryatid.
Yep.
Sego.
Loose focus.
Go ahead.
Sure. Untap. Keep draw.
Well, go.
Ghost Vacuum.
Yep.
Pass turn.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Chop.
Currency.
Yep.
The Legend of
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I'm going to discard a Fatal off the Prime, trigger Currency Converter.
So,
Put it under here.
Turn, you can- okay.
Go to my turn.
Go ahead.
Draw. Bristly Bell.
Yep.
Shifting Woodland. Trigger Bell. Target Bell.
Yep.
Psycho. Thanks. Sorry.
Yep.
Mark shifted.
Discarding Atraxa.
That's fine. Actually, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Bringing me Atraxa.
Ghost Vacuum Traxa.
Glorious Vengeance Atraxa.
Miscalc Glorious Vengeance.
That's it. You just packed.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not winning that game.
We can unmute this, and now we can commentate. They're going to game 3. Looks like.
Yes.
First game was very fast.
I mean, second game was also pretty fast considering how O'Brien's deck operates.
I feel like I haven't watched a lot of his games closely, but I feel like Brian's deck is one that can kill you on turn effectively kill you on turn 3 or 4 potentially.
That's actually fair. The game that I won in our match was the long game where he still had potential to win. I flipped Tameo in turn 3, and it was still really close. So it feels like Brian's deck's really strong. I feel like it would be a shame for him to go out so early, but I haven't seen that much of Matt's deck, so maybe it's just not.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like their first game was Ocelot Pride of Johnny, so 2 cards that Matt seems to have a magnet for in our cube group, but can't fault him.
Yeah, I don't consider him a Boros gamer, but particularly Felia as well. A lot of those cheap white creatures often end up in Matt's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not in,
yeah,
which is kind of like Nadu if you think about it.
In a way, like a well-designed fair Nadu, yeah. Brian, does he anything for 1?
Yep,
Okay.
get his Elvish Mystic.
Arwen.
Interesting. So kind of mid-rangey aggro from Matt. Again, I haven't seen his deck much.
Yeah, I haven't really watched either of these two play too much, but they are. Oh, just kidding. Zerina Orb.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's the Baloth. Okay. Oh, okay. Council's Judgment's tough.
So forcing him to go all in. He still has 1 mana left over because of the Elvish Mystic can maybe rebuild while these 4 power creatures attack. But honestly, I forget her name.
Arwen.
Arwen. It makes this real awkward.
Well, it's awkward for a turn, right? Because I guess if he doesn't attack at all, okay.
Yeah, the indestructible for a turn is just too much.
Well, I think maybe he's just happy to sit here because it seems like this is maybe the kind of thing where Matt's deck is going to top out, but he just needs Nadu or something to.
Yeah, I guess it's rare that the player who sacks 3 of his lands is the one that's okay to keep going late. But
although this Stoneforge Mystic might change the math. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought maybe we might be looking at a Cauldron Complete, but the Jit isn't quite as scary.
I don't know, with Arwen activation available. Ooh, okay.
Oko's good here.
Hitting the Jit instead of Arwen, I guess I agree with that.
Arwen puts a counter on the creature it targets, right? So if he does, but he wouldn't have had mana to activate it. Yeah, I don't know. Or no, he would have had. No, he only has 4 lands. That's a Chrome Mox. No, but the Chrome Mox has the Eagles removed, so
yeah,
he would have had 1 mana left over to activate the R1. But that doesn't. It puts a +1/+1 and a lifelink counter, which I guess it would have been a 4/4 lifelink.
He already had the Culture Complete in hand.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian is ahead, so if he can turn it into a race, I don't like that block.
Well, I think he's blocking. He needs to keep his Oko alive so he can elk this Altar Complete.
Oh, 100%. I missed that. Yeah.
And then he's trading. I guess he's trading with Serac while Arwen's can't be activated. So yeah, now he's just got 2 3/3s, but Arwen still makes this tough, I feel. Oko, and he'll be able to escape it next turn now.
Yeah, he's got a ton of life, so he can just take a hit for a turn.
Yeah.
I didn't see what Peacemaker named.
I'm not sure either.
It doesn't seem to have been Oko.
I'm curious too how yeah, Matt just wants to get moving here. Assuming these life totals are correct, Brian's at 25, which is obviously a lot, but
oh, Peacemaker starts out as I forgot how big that thing was.
yeah, I think it's not the name of that card. It's
It's not
Anointed Peacekeeper.
Yeah, Peacekeeper.
3/3 vigilance. Okay, so yeah, the R1 counter makes it kill the beast.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so escape Oko here, or Oko, Uro. No Oko on board, but still at 24. I don't know if Matt's got like swords or. Oh, never mind. I don't know why I thought a swords would work.
well, I mean, it would have in response.
Yeah. I didn't even consider the Greaves when I thought about this Oko coming into or Uro coming into play this turn.
Does Arwen give a lifelink counter? I know we don't see it represented on the board.
It's a
but
it's a +1/+1 and a lifelink counter. But the indestructible is only till end of turn.
so Matt should gain more life here, right?
Yeah, he should have gained 4 more life there. Oh, even more than that actually, because Arwen gets a lifelink counter as well.
Is that right?
I do think Matt should have probably 8 more life here.
You want to do that?
Yeah, if you want to run in there and let him know.
Guys, hold up. Arwen.
Seven life or higher, I think. Saved.
Yeah, they're figuring it out.
I believe it should be +7 because 4 power. The Peacekeeper's a 4/4 and Arwen's a 3/3. I don't think that they had done any damage other than the turn it was activated, and he definitely gained life then. But I don't know. It's hard to know. The downside of 2 players who don't keep their life total.
Oh, and they killed both creatures before, which was incorrect. So this
Oh yeah, because
rewind
7
does more.
7 total toughness. Yeah.
Ooh,
Monstrosity.
what?
What else is he doing here?
I like monstrosity as it pertains to like eventually getting Oko going again.
Uro. Now you're doing it.
Uro.
I've
Yeah,
infected you.
you've infected me.
And that thing does have trample, so. Just takes the hit there. And what is the answer from Matt? There we go. I mean, Matt does have a lot of creatures here. So it looks like he's attacking for 1 and 4 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 here. So yeah, not a irrelevant attack. Yeah, this 4/4 still being in play is a big. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, but having to bounce it. I wonder if he'll name Greaves when it comes back down to slow down any possible future Nadus. Because it does increase the cost of activated abilities, right?
Yes, unless they're mana abilities. So okay. Ocelot Pride with this. Oh no, it doesn't have lifelink anymore. Oh, but natural order. So surely we have Nadu here. Although I wish we would have used that elf to pay for it. Maybe he's floating in mana. So we're kicking off with 6 Nadu activations.
More importantly, we also, I think, if we had done this post combat, I guess Greaves allows us to attack with Nadu. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
So this is going to do what? It's going to take out the Jetmir's Garden.
This leads me to believe that Peacekeeper is probably naming the Greaves, because
Yeah.
otherwise I think it would be Nadu.
That or he has Nadu in hand, but I can't imagine you wouldn't have just cast it. I think we got 3 card types.
Yeah. More importantly, we have enough cards to
It must be 4. Man, it took 7 there.
to
So
get back Uro later.
yeah. Matt with no action. Yeah, now these 2 trample creatures are a bit of a problem. I mean, Monstrosity's attacking for 7 and okay, well there's Nadu, so it must have just been in his hand. But if the Greaves are locking down, then we're gonna big block the Monstrosity, looks like.
There's
3.
no way that's right.
3, 4, 5.
Does Matt not know that that thing's indestructible?
Does Brian know it's indestructible? I mean, I guess maybe he just doesn't want to take damage. Yeah, I don't. Memory lapse the failure. Okay, yeah, and Master's out of there, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe if Matt comes in here, we can ask him about that block. I don't know if he just didn't want to take trample damage or.
I mean, both creatures had trample, and bringing back the Woodfall Primus is also
Shrinks
bad
it.
for him. So
Yeah, it shrinks it, but he does lose another permanent.
yeah, so I think I agree with Matt. Maybe not going all in, but I don't know what his out is.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a Wrath in his deck, but if he had a Wrath in his
Right,
deck, then I guess
that's-
the block is good, unless it would take him off the mana for the Wrath.
Mhm. Yeah, that was maybe my assumption, is that maybe he's got an out that he feels like he can get to from there, but.
Okay, well,
yeah.
with that match done, I believe that moves us on to Brian and
Dittert,
Dittert
yeah.
as the next match. Possibly a little break before that. Oh.
All right. Brian's deck, we've seen a little bit. Nadu. Dittert's deck, I'm not actually familiar with.
Nadu and the land package, right?
Yeah.
Because he started out that third game doing the land
The Zuran or
stuff,
Baloth Prime thing, yeah.
which bought him the time to
Find Nadu.
impressively recover. He had enough lands at the end of it that didn't seem to really need any more.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
was wondering.
So Dittert apparently has like the Time Twister deck.
Yeah, we got the scoop that he's on some kind of combo. So
Yeah.
that I think could be a bad matchup for Brian. Luckily, I know Brian. No. I know you had the Orcish Bowmaster, is that correct? Or-
Mhm.
and then I have
You had the
Breacher,
whole breacher, yeah.
So,
So
it's unlikely that Ditter has any of the
I mean, there's Narset.
Narset and Shieldred are the other two Punishers, but they are worse than the other two.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So that's a point in Brian's favor, but this seems like it could be a bad matchup, though, depending on speed. Like if they're both just solitary, and we've seen how fast Brian's deck can be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that last game, Brian basically, I mean, he Armageddoned himself on turn 3 and still ended up that game with more lands in play than Matt did. So, like, and that wasn't even through doing Nadu things. That was just through playing his cards. So,
But I believe with everyone left in the tournament, this is going to be a recurring factor where Brian will be able to draw the rest of the
Yeah,
bracket.
I believe so.
It does put what might be the favorable deck at a slight disadvantage going into it. First turn sack battle. Oh no. Maybe third sack's insane.
no, it doesn't. So that's wistfulness, right?
Yeah,
he's
so that's
drawing
just
two
draw
cards?
2, discard 1.
Yeah.
Put Wistfulness in the graveyard. So unless he has any Reanimator stuff, this is far more tame than I expect because he's kind of 3 for 2ing himself because of the pedal. So he drew 2, but those 3 cards are now in his graveyard.
Yeah.
Ooh, LED.
Oh, but there's a Lion's Eye Diamond, okay. I think there was an Echo of Eons in the draft, right?
I don't remember seeing it. But Brian getting stuff into play before a possible draw 7 comes with Green Sun Zenith off his Moth. So
Yeah.
impressive turn 1 back the other way.
Okay. Brian attempting to intimidate Dittert with his cards.
In what way? Diddert's the one who's positioned so far forward.
That's true. Well, Brian was like
Ah,
riffling his hand together or something. I don't know what it looks like. He was doing practical magic or something.
there.
So Dittert's turn 2.
We're at a point where it's the loser.
Thinking about something here. Looks like he may be thinking about using the Lion's Eye Diamond, which I have to assume would mean a Echo of Eons, but unsure. Okay, so okay, there it is. So binning the LED, playing Echo of Eons. Everybody gets 7 new cards. So still has his land drop for the turn as well. So not even putting himself that far behind here. All right, here we go. It's like we're starting a new game, except Brian has 3 mana in play. Mountain. And the Iconoclast we saw earlier, okay. So there's Lotus Petal. So yeah, that first turn of 4 for 2ing essentially just gets to draw all those cards again. Here's Bill. And Time Walk. Sheesh. This is where all the power went. Scott has 2, Brian has 2. 5. Pest Infestation. That is a little troubling, but if Dittert is trying to combo off here, I doubt he super cares. Not sure though. Third color. VV. So yeah, Dittert's set up for a pretty big turn, but he's gonna have to deal with some little goobers here in the meantime. VV can block something, kind of. Have to assume that a big turn is coming here though from Dittert when he gets untapped. Yeah, so it looks like he's just gonna block 1, take 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. The speaker. So is this going to be a Nadu? Yep, there's Nadu. So wonder if he has Greaves in hand or if this is just a preemptive Nadu. Oh, okay. Well, Ditter's just off it with a handful of lands, it seems. So, yeah, that's tough. Seemed like he was really well set up for a combo turn there, but you need spells to do that. So, unfortunately, he had none of those. All right, so they're shuffling up for the next one. Ditter did end up playing Echo of Eons off of the LED. Played Iconoclast and then played VV and then revealed his hand of 5 lands. No, Brian won.
Oh. It revealed his hand of 5 lands. I was like, oh, I missed him winning? But
No.
Then Brian won, so.
Yeah, he had, like I said, he Echo of Eons that second turn, played his Iconoclast again, played his Lotus Petal again. Brian Pest Infestation, the token and the Lotus Petal.
I forgot. I saw that during my game against Brian. I should have mentioned that as a thing that definitely matters here.
Well, it's like, at that point, he had a 4/4 bill and 4 1/1s, which is like relevant, but like it looked like Ditter was set up really well with Iconoclast and VV for a really big turn. But like I said, drew his card for turn, revealed 4 basic lands in his hand, and just conceded that game. So
Mentioning the Pest Infestation makes me think that maybe Brian's the best equipped to beat Scott, who I don't know how far up the bracket Scott is. I don't think we've had him on camera, but my understanding is he has some artifact shenanigans going on.
yeah, Scott's waiting in the. I believe Scott's waiting basically in the finals at this point. Yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, it would be the winner of this will play against Spurlock, and the winner of that will play in the finals against Scott. The problem is going to be that Scott's finishers are Kappa, Cannoneer, and Krang, neither of which Pest Infestation is a very effective answer against.
And I know where he was sitting, which means he definitely has the Tinker, because I asked that Tinker, so.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That is quite the final villain, and make no mistake, as someone who has already won and who we don't get to cheer for on camera leading into that match, he is certainly going to be the villain going into it.
Yeah, that's true. We have three people who have not won, and then we have Scott, who cast Tinkered on turn 2 twice against me. All right, so game 2. Brian looks like he's questionable here.
Maybe it's just a really good hand. Got a lot of decisions to make in it.
Maybe. Does seem like he's maybe kept because that or he's doing some sort of ritual. Oh, okay. Ditter's the one who mulliganed here. Okay. Now I understand.
Whoa.
Yeah, we've found a lot of the power in this. Oh, okay. So Sage of the Sky is going to get a copy of itself.
But as much as I wasn't blown away by the Wistfulness, start. This is another one that, like, compared to what you could do on turn 1 with 3 mana, I'm not.
Yeah. There are certainly better things to do, but this is, I mean, this is a kind of quick clock. The lifelink too, although he should be at 24,
True, but
right? Regardless. Oh, he's shocked.
He's
I
shocked
see
in
the Steam events, yeah.
But also, like, we've seen Brian's ability to gain life kind of incidentally, so I wouldn't be surprised if he could go really low and then stabilize, or even Subaru stabilize by, like, still taking damage, but able to just gain at a pace that matches it.
All right, so this is Plagon, which is a really good draw on this board.
God.
Yeah, full value Plagon here, and yeah. So
3 mana, draw 4.
draw 4 cards. And again, since he drew 4, all of these creatures benefit from the activated ability.
You
So
should definitely be getting in with VV and activating Plagon on VV. I guess he's just doing this to deal 1 extra damage, but that feels incorrect.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh wait, he doesn't have any mana. That's why.
Oh, was VV just cast this turn?
No, he played Plagon. But he used it on one of his guys, so he's taking 5 and gaining 5. But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess he would just wants to gain more life.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
I think I'd much rather Brian be on what would be 9 and me be on 26 than this scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it is threatening lethal next
Okay,
turn.
time walk, elf. Fortunately, he's not really in range to flip this Jace.
I don't know. It just takes, like, Ursa Monstrosity doesn't quite get him there. Like,
Well, it's unlikely he can flip Jace and recast this time walk this turn, is more what I meant from what we've seen. I mean, he has a Mox.
does seem like it would be a challenge. Still, though, I think as long as he can put something in play, he's unlikely to be dead on the backswing.
Dude, seeing Plagon in about as good of a usage you can get for him is really cool. I don't know that I've ever even seen that card cast in this cube, but
Going for Prime, does that mean we have the Zern Orb in hand?
just okay.
But with so much lifelink on the other side, it is questionable.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to sacrifice lands starting next turn.
And it's brutal they come into play tapped, so Plagon and VV can both get it in there as well.
Yeah, so he has 8 extra life essentially here, so 19. He's gonna get attacked for 6, 10, 13 of that. And then he's
I mean, that's if it goes all in on the attack. It does cost him mana to activate Plagon, and you have to turn those creatures sideways in a way that
yeah.
maybe he's scared of.
I just wonder if it's worth it, because I mean, Brian's gonna have to sacrifice all 4 of his lands. Well, he's gonna have to sacrifice 3, 6, 10, 13. He's gonna have to sacrifice at least 2 of them to live, no matter what, if you make that attack.
Also, even full respect to Ditter, there's a chance he doesn't know those bailiffs come into play attack.
That's fair, yeah. But even if Brian does end up sacrificing all 4 of his lands, Diddert wins that race from here. Although I guess he ends up being able to block, so maybe it's not quite as good, but we get some counters on this VV.
But that's not actually what would happen, right? He would sacrifice a couple of lands, leaving himself with the ability to cast Time Walk next turn when Jace gets it back. So
Yeah.
Dinder is dead if nothing happens because of the ability for Jace to Time Walk and get 2 attacks with some of the Bela tokens.
Sounds like they're... I don't know if Brian is just doing some exposition about his cards or what's going on in there. A couple of... I mean, I should say a couple. stock up, so VV bigger. Although now we can't make all of our guys bigger.
Well, VV can make mana, so yes.
But it's only one. It's only +1, so
Oh.
we only have 2 mana now.
Sure, in my
essentially. I mean,
head-
even if we play a land, we have 3. But
In my head, the only important ones to activate on are VV and Plagon.
sure, it's only +1 on the other 2. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 12. So yeah, we're still on having to sacrifice 2 lands if we attack with everything here. But I do agree. I think that if
But finding 2 cards, like if you find things that cost 1 mana, so they're essentially free with
Mhm.
VV, that extra damage might be enough to get him over the edge this turn.
But I agree with your point that if he can't kill him this turn or do something significant, that he's just dead because he's gonna have to deal with 2 sets of
Well,
time locked
But
force.
if he doesn't attack, that also changes it.
Yeah. Wistfulness.
Like, I expect Dinner taking this line to not attack with the Sage of the Skies, which I think is correct. It's a hard thing to do, though, because if you attack with them, you have lethal next turn almost guaranteed. But I think he dies if he attacks with the Sage of the Skies.
Right.
The math is very loose. It depends if Brian has a land in hand, so that he could sacrifice 3.
So Brian, yeah.
Because if he can only sacrifice 2 because he needs to keep 2 for Time Walk, then he probably doesn't have lethal.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Especially, again, this is under the condition that the Sage is attacked, where Ditter will then be at 40 or 31.
Yeah. Starting the Ballista. The Bauble. Okay, free mana from VV. So now we can
Activate on
Activate
VV
both.
and play on. So then that would be 3 plus, what's VV up to?
2. So it'd be 3 from Plagon, 5 from VV is 8.
Plus 4, so 12. So
we're
Brian would
sacrificing
survive
3
it.
lands.
But that would only
Or no, it's still 2.
2 lands, yeah. Yeah, I think if Brian has a land in hand, he's favored. If he doesn't have a land in hand, he might have to plan to draw one for turn or off Jace. I think I would for sure crack this Bauble now as Ditter because Brian has 2 cards in hand, and if you could like lock in know that he has a land, I think that might change my line.
your lines, yeah. Yeah, we know now that there's no academy in this draft, so I don't think there's really any reason to keep that Bauble in play. No academy, no Urza is in another deck. I don't know about Urza's Saga, but
He has Urza Saga.
did mention in conversations that he's a little bit out of his wheelhouse, I think, with this deck. So I wonder if he's just not thinking about that aspect of the Bauble as much as the...
Yeah, he was saying other people might be able to pilot his deck better, but none of us have had a great as good of a Plagon cast, I think, since it's been added to the cube.
Yeah.
It's definitely...
This may be the best Plagon that has ever been cast in Magic, honestly. Outside
VV not
of
attacking?
Commander, yeah. The VV not attacking is interesting.
Maybe he's doing some math that he's going to live through Brian's turn, then.
Okay, well, Brian's only sacrificing 2 lands, with leads me to believe he does not have another one in his hand.
And he doesn't feel the need to take the risk.
Yeah.
I feel like I would... I mean, Brian's had a lot of time during this turn to do the math, but I think I would still take a meaningful amount of time here to do the math.
I guess the argument with VV is VV can now... He did play a land, so either he didn't have it or he just... I don't know. The VV can block a token neutrally, not favorably, but it can brick wall, which maybe is the reason for not attacking with it. Oh, but he has Force of Negation.
Oh my God, we're going to game 3.
Oh, that is savage. Yeah, Brian, yeah, I agree with that decision. Yeah, that's brutal. Although it does make the not attack with VV a little interesting. Because I think I would have preferred to just make him sacrifice all his lands, essentially, right? And
Yeah.
If you know you have the force for the time walk on the replay, especially, yeah. But regardless, we're here. Got the dub. Scoreboard. That's why he's playing and we're not, I guess.
Seed in the I think it's just that my seed in the draft was so bad.
Yeah, true.
Really, that's what it was. I definitely saw every card that's in Brian's deck and wish I had been in it, but I first picked Mana Crypt over the Nadu, so which obviously I stand by that pick order, but it meant that like I knew that I was feeding someone that deck the entire time as I saw Bill, Cub, like everything go past Greaves, Nantuko.
Yeah, true. I think we're sitting in here because we're the people who don't have 2 pieces of power. Did you have any?
Crypt.
Power adjacent, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, I believe, has 2. Scott has 2. Diddert has at least 1. So that's 5 in the Spurlock. I'm not sure. I know he has Bombardiers. May as well be power at this point. But way more interesting than I thought that game was going to be. Had a couple points in it, but
right. In each of these games, both players have had a good start. Like you mentioned how Ditter kind of just didn't get lucky off his, or got pretty unlucky off his time twister. But
yeah,
both players have done what they want to do, and that the fact that it makes it sound like Brian got lucky in game 1 means it feels like that makes it Ditter's match to lose than if
for
he
sure.
essentially has won both games and just got unlucky in the first.
Mulliganing again here in game 3, although it served him well last time. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it or something. I guess maybe his hand was good and he just mulliganed for luck. I don't know.
Right, especially when you have the twisters like that can reset you, when you have BV who can make up for maybe not having enough mana in places. Like, there's plenty of sixes that work.
Yeah, definitely a deck more equipped to mulligan, I think, than you would generally think of a combo deck being. Because, yeah, all it takes is a LED and an Echo of Eons to effectively unmulligan you. Seems to maybe be happy. Oh, never mind. Now, while a mulligan to 6 is something that you can dig yourself out of, a mulligan to 5
yeah, I mean, he's
becomes
on the draw.
A little more difficult.
He's on the draw. We've mentioned these ways he has to reset, but 5 is not a lot of cards.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you can mulligan to LED and Echo of Eons, I guess you've effectively unmulliganed yourself at that point, although you are on the draw, giving your opponent first play with your new 7 cards.
Yeah, you're hoping to have the bauble or the mods to put something else in play, so it's not just a full reset, but even then, we know Brian on the play could have 3 or 4 permanents in play going into the first turn, so
yeah, it's a tough hill to climb. All right, so we appear to have 5 that we're happy with. Happy in big air quotes here because
yeah, the mulligan seems tough.
By putting them back in a specific order. Maybe he's planning to get to those 2 cards. Okay, Currency Converter, not the most. I mean, Currency Converter, a great card, but not the most imposing thing in a position like this. I'd be way happier with this than like an elf. Carry added. Okay, so we got a Riddler.
Yeah, the most anemic start from both sides.
Right.
Obviously expected from Didder's side, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's thrilled with this start from Brian. I mean, Brian's deck can explode out of nowhere. But...
right. I say that, and then he could have gotten prime
Yeah.
orb that turn, but
he didn't. So I assume we're just on a currency converter activation here. I don't know if Brian has any like
memory lapse we've seen from him.
Okay, yeah. Well, here's stock up. So if he's got it, he's got it. Yep, there it is. Oh, miscalc. Okay. We have seen miscalc actually. I think he cycled it before.
He cycled it before, but also like if he had cycled it, then he could have made a 2/2 off of the converter right away.
Discarding the Mox. Is this a sign of power?
I mean, Mott's is just worse than land because of Zurin orb. So if you have like Mott's in one land and you're going to discard one of them, you might as well discard the Mott's instead of the land.
And it makes a 2/2 instead of a treasure that we presumably don't need if we're discarding mana sources. So.
Very good point.
Ditter doesn't seem happy with his position here because after all the yapping I did about Brian's semi-slow start, I mean, all he really did was put Nadu in play, but that alone just puts so much pressure on you, I feel. Although if he had the Greaves, you'd think he probably would have played it. I know the currency converter activation is tempting, but...
Yeah, besides Greaves, I don't know how many other ways Ryan has to trigger. I know he has Bill, and I know he has the... What's the new card from Lorwyn Eclipse? The Emissary, is that right?
I'm not sure.
The Invitational card.
Oh, sure, the one that survivals when you play it.
Yes.
To untap a thing, yeah. You mentioned Cub. I haven't seen him play Cub, but...
Yeah, I passed it, and Brian was only 2 seats away from me, so I assumed he got it, but maybe there was something else in that pack he wanted over it. And then Tuco also is a card I passed that would do a trigger.
Yeah, there was an Intuko going around in the draft. We can just go full modern. We got to see Matt go full modern earlier with his Ocelot Pride into a Johnny. We can now Nadu and I don't remember what the name of the Nantuko is.
Springheart.
Springheart, that's the one, yeah. She's got a 2/2. I know we have tokens for that card. But here we are. Digging. Have to think he's digging for Greaves or something, because...
Right, Uro would also be good here.
Not going to put that land under the converter? Doesn't even care. Maybe he wants land. Maybe he wants cards in his graveyard at this point. I don't know if he's going to play Uro here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but even then, you could just use the converter next turn to make a treasure. It's unlikely you're going to use it to loot next turn, but maybe he will. Does he have enough cards in his graveyard to activate it?
No, he only has 3, so he would need to activate it and put something else in his graveyard,
Yeah,
which
he would have
with
to have a fetch or something.
yeah, which isn't impossible, but
I don't remember seeing any from him.
I thought he played a fetch land against Matt, but I could be making that up.
This is
Okay.
St. Catherine.
The thing of St. Catherine, I don't remember what the Triumph of St. Catherine. 5/5 lifelink. And when it dies, we're going to exile it in the top 6 cards, shuffle them, and put it back on top of your library. So
I wonder which.
oh, there's a fetch land. Okay.
I wonder which turn he drew that, because didn't miracle it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strong point, and I can't imagine he would have kept that in his opener when he was mulliganing 2 cards.
Right. So must have been
Had
a
to have
brutal
been
first couple of draws.
Had to have been on
before
like
he had white mana.
could have been turn 1. Yeah, could have been the stock up turn.
Yeah, I don't remember when that plains came down.
Okay, so Uro's coming back.
Triumph does have lifelink, so
Yeah.
even if he ends up having to like put it in front of Uro, like can live quite a while.
Right. Yeah, I mean, being able to block Uro with it, gain 5 life, effectively an 11-point swing, plus it gets put back somewhere in the top 6. So if you
Yeah.
can miracle it again,
I just don't know how much Ditter's combo deck is able to go off from nothing. Like, we've seen the VV obviously get going, but I don't know how much he's able to, like, from a board state like this, just eventually have it.
Have to imagine if it is, it starts with LED, starts with putting some things into play, and then LED Echo Vions. But I'm not even sure what his like end game is, because you mentioned you had the Thassa's Oracle, right? In your pool, so we know he's not doing that. There was a Tendrils in the draft, but we aren't seeing the colors of mana required to cast Tendrils. Oh, this is brutal. Remand the Riddler.
Interesting. So I wonder if he is going to attack with the Uro here. I imagine so, to get the draw, but you are giving Ditter 5 life. I guess you can't fully deny that to him. I guess this is a tough spot.
I mean,
it's not tough. Brian's ahead, but like it's a tough spot to find the optimal play, I think.
I think you do, because if you give him the 5 life, he shuffles the card in the top 6, and if it's not in the top like 2 or 3, you know, you're in really good shape, because you're effectively adding a turn to your clock, but without attacking with the Uro. It's a 4-turn clock right now, so not particularly fast.
True.
I don't know. It's a lot of it depends on what's in Brian's hand, of course, but
and I guess we know that if he does redraw it, like even next turn, we know that means he can't hardcast the Riddler.
Right. Okay, so this is gonna get top 6. Yeah, so it should be 7 cards. Looks like that's what they've got. Yeah, and yeah, sounds like they've figured it out in there. I don't know what's going on there, but it sounds like they're making this way more complicated than it should be. It's a weird card.
I think Brian thought it was going 7 down, and the fact that they were counting it with it flipped, he thought they were losing track of it accidentally, but
yeah.
Feature.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, Chariot is really good here.
Yeah, this means that
Chariot, another Nadu enabler as well.
Very slowly.
A bad one, yes, but really the question here is just how long can Ditter live through this, which is, I think, really not, without something to do here.
Bill must have been the draw off of Uro to not be played before.
Right.
I guess maybe there's some expensive stuff that you wouldn't want to tap 2 mana for ahead of time, but I got it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, haven't seen Ditter's deck. Hard to imagine outside of a Wrath would be really good here, but if he has one, you have to think he would have already played it.
Yeah, I was considering from Brian's side if he should hold back at all, but again,
I do think we just now hit our 2nd white mana though, so maybe. Okay, that's not a Sunfall.
Oh, Sunfall was in the draft.
Pest Infestation.
Okay, so that's enough of a rebuilding tool alongside Chariot that if he got Wrath, he would still be fine. So I fully agree with Brian's development, even without doing any of the math to know if he needed to do all of it.
There has to be something going on here, because if Ditter is willing to keep playing this game, okay, gets to draw.
It's going to be brutal if this is St. Catherine.
Now this would be a sweet Saint. Oh, okay.
Okay, we have a game.
All right, well. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to do the math on what these attacks are. I'm going to leave that to them. I mean, I have to assume that Ditter can live through this attack now, because he can block the Uro and
and nothing else should have
the 4/4.
I mean, you could attack with Chariot because.
Well, I'm just thinking that if he does just attack with everything, you can block the 2 biggest creatures.
Also,
I don't think you should attack with everything.
Also, if Brian has a land first to get a Nadu trigger or a.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness, you don't have to play this.
You don't.
out.
You don't have to.
Ditter,
You don't have to make him do it.
There's a bill in play. You don't have to make him do it. So I think here, depending, I think Brian has enough lands left in his deck that he should be putting them all on Nadu, and then double the number of counters, and then Nadu alone is lethal. Oh no, Riddler has flying, of course.
Yeah, Riddler has flying.
So,
but I mean, there's like, well, I mean, I guess he doesn't have anything to. He's just gonna play more creatures. I mean, I guess it's your elimination match from the tournament. You make him do it, but. Spell Seeker too, so that's a time walk. So
yeah, I think he should just do that now. And
well, he needed another land to Spell Seeker and time walk, so he has that now.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, this is elementary at this point, I think.
Yeah,
but we as viewers and Ditter also as a viewer. Oh, there's the time walk anyways, but didn't even have to cast the Spell Seeker. Ditter's made of better stuff than me because letting Brian have his fun. Is it fun? Is that the word for it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shifting Woodlands. Steak too buttery. Lobster too buttery, excuse me. Oh man. I mean, cast what? I don't know. I don't know how he...
natural order.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
It was cast natural order, and he said what he was getting, whatever it was. It doesn't feel like it super matters.
Yeah, I don't know if he has Crater Hoof. I know he has Woodfall Primus.
This one's off to a very quick start, it looks like. Nadu. Oh, the Skull Clamp got blown up by Pest Infestation. And so we're just one Nadu enabler away from just running away with it, but Brian's no coward. I think he would block the headliner Scarlet with Nadu if it comes in for the attack. Ooh, Bombardiers here means any other play. Oh, and Dismember. A brutal series on Spurlock's turn puts him way in the lead now. Also, Brian stuck without blue mana. Oh, there was some blue mana. Spellseeker, presumably still getting Time Walk despite not having a blue mana follow-up, but possible Green Sun Zenith? If he has... I don't know, because he can't get Uro off of it in this case. A interesting spot for sure, but I assume just Time Walk, unless his hand's just real bad and he needs another real action card, but... yeah, finding the Green Sun. I hope he's not casting it this turn because he's shuffling. He ends up casting this card after shuffling it off for a cut. I'm going to be disappointed. I know he's played like a billion matches in a row, but... Yep, there we go. Bill already played a land this turn. I don't know. This is not a good spot to be for Brian, and I guess he does have the potential to block in a way that makes things awkward for Spurlock, but if Spurlock has anything here before combat, I mean, Fiery Confluence essentially ends the game, dealing 1 to each creature and then 4 to Brian. Then the attacks will finish Brian off largely. Not that he necessarily has it, but just talking through some of the potential dangerous cards. Whatever he's hit off of the headliner, he's having a good think about it at least. Oh, I guess the 2 life gain off the pest also gives Brian a little bit of a buffer. Agent Bishop putting the +1/+1 counters on each of these creatures means if he attacks, some double blocks might happen. He can throw Agent Bishop at something to make the blocks bad because he can't block anything to kill it assuming Agent Bishop gets thrown at Bristly Bill after block. So I think I would just attack with both in Spurlock's position and let Brian make blocks. Okay, attacking with just one. I think I like this less. Even at this point, I would have just thrown Agent Bishop at the Bristly Bill to win that fight. But we'll see how it works out. Yeah, I don't love it. Discarding Greaves seems wild. I would have imagined Brian's out here being some Nadu shenanigans. So I don't know if that means he's close to one of it to his land-based combo, or if he's like, what other cards is he keeping over Greaves? Passing, so I'm assuming this is a counter of some sort then that Brian has. Yep, memory lapse. Put it back on top. Ooh, Adeline extra brutal here, thanks to the Bombardiers. And then Brian should block this Adeline human because Spurlock, after battle, will have the option to just throw it at Brian's face anyway for 2 damage, which would be the correct decision if Brian let it through. So, yep. So Brian will gain 1 and take. Can't quite tell how many counters are on the Bombardier, but looks like just 2. So should be 6 total damage. I'll trust the players to have the math right on that. Brian doing a count here to see how close he is to his shell dock. So the way he tapped the top of his deck there makes me believe that he's saying that after I draw this card, it'll be active, but that's just a slight body language read, maybe mistaken. And whatever it is, not enough to save Brian there. So it looks like both players are happy with their hands after a single mulligan. Brian on the play here. I just heard that Spurlock was the one that actually sent Brian into the loser bracket. So seems like seems like that was the closest game of the ones they have played. So definitely might just be Brian's bad matchup here ahead of the finals. Okay, good remand to have there when Spurlock's mana is a little awkward. Bill, a land. And another play. Jace. Okay. If Brian finds Time Walk soon, just gets to take this somewhat stable board state and maybe run Spurlock over. Spurlock had a pretty anemic last turn, but Ancient Tomb presents the possibility of a more explosive turn. Okay, Suplex stops the most busted turn sequence that Brian could have, and Flame Slash fully equalizes the board. The Mother of Runes coming back down. So really great response there from Spurlock, using the one floating mana he had left over to equip the Skull Clamp, extra mana floating from when he cast the Suplex. Seeing Brian as someone he doesn't necessarily need Mother of Runes against, which is a fair analysis. And now we're in the Nadu waiting room, as Nadu or Green Sun for Nadu would be fantastic draws here for Brian, but especially with some of Spurlock's interaction already gone. Rebel Master here presenting a bit of a clock. And then gets clamped away. And Brian would just land and go. I mean, he's not even in a position where drawing Uro, like he doesn't have the material to unearth it, so Spurlock looks like he's maybe going to be able to run away with another one as Brian floods out. You know, all the damage Spurlock has taken is from his own Ancient Tomb there, and this is just so much damage coming in now. So that is 4 from the Rabble Master in total, counting its Goblin, 2 from Containment Priest, and 3 from Scarlet. So, yep, Brian down to 10, lethal on board next turn if Spurlock keeps the Goblin. No, he doesn't even need to keep the Goblin, because next turn he can equip the Goblin for the Skull Clamp for damage onto something, though this also makes lethal possible. Cycles brutal, as Brian just doesn't have enough to get going. Finally finds the ability to get Nadu, but not with enough mana left over to actually make anything happen.
I was actually kind of hoping Brian made it to this match because I wanted to tell a story about how you fed Brian his deck and Brian fed Scott his deck.
That's true.
And it would have been a.
That did happen.
There's 6-7ing in there. Is it
assume,
too late to cancel the Cubevitational?
I assume that's about the mulligan. How
Yeah.
many cards you're going down to?
You coming in?
The reason I really wanted Brian to win was because this would be the second invitational where he had
Run to the lower
5
bracket.
Yeah, 5 match wins. As it stands, he had 4 match wins. So if Scott wins here, they'll both have 4 total match wins. Of course, Scott would have 0 losses, but
Yeah.
then geez, what a start from Scott! 5 mana on turn 1. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my!
What was that, about 5? Okay, well,
Who needs other cards?
he's about to get more of them.
He has 2 artifact mana floating right now.
Oh yeah, is that all? Your turn.
Gravel. Oh,
Lelia?
yeah, even better. It will actually
We
fully
need to
kill
take Jace out. We do need to exile a card. Not sure what it is, but
Doesn't really matter.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
at least we killed
how many
Jace.
cards Scott have left? 3, 2.
I believe he had 1 before he brainstormed, and then drew now for turn, so 3 cards in total. Or no, retrofitter. So yeah, it looks like 3. I thought he should be down to 2, but Cannoneer
Okay.
with retrofitter in play, hard to imagine.
I mean, we know it's probably like a suplex, but like, that's not even enough. It's not even close to enough.
Scott should have made a servo first. Now he won't be able to use retrofitter foundry this turn.
Oh yeah, good point. Make a servo and then use it to.
I mean, when you have this deck, you I guess don't need to play perfectly. And maybe it has something to do with the 1 mana.
No, but we need to point it out because we know Scott's gonna go back and watch all his VODs later. We need him to know.
Yeah,
that we know.
No, but he's got spell pierce or something. I mean, that's not true. I had spell
You had
pierce,
spell pierce.
but he has something, and it's totally justified.
Nah. Thriller? I mean,
Headliner Scarlet here deals a lot of damage, and like if it's Headliner into like Bombardiers, he gets to like actually erase the Cannoneer. Like there are lines.
okay, well, okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say the Cathar Commando can deal with the Kappa Cannoneer next turn if he has another land, but maybe this is just as good. Oh, maybe not.
Yep. I like the discipline from Scott here to not draw 2. I feel like I see people draw 2 more frequently than I would in situations.
Mhm.
Not exactly like this, but
Yeah, I think that was a pretty easy -1, but I do get what you're saying.
yeah,
about
I think a lot of them are easy, and I see people do the opposite. So I feel the need to point it out
man,
here.
killing a creature is fun, but have you ever drawn 2 cards before? I mean,
Trust me, I have
staff.
lost my fair number of games with 7 cards still in hand.
Yeah.
Like I'm guilty of something for sure, but I don't know. Like Scott's on the mulligan, so you could think maybe he won't have an artifact trigger Kappa Cannoneer, but
Okay, well, there's this town, and this is. Oh well, I mean, he's gonna get strong.
oh
now, but-
my god.
Golly. I was gonna say he's out of cards, but that's not even true. He gets to trigger the Kappa again and draw 2 cards and
Yep.
had all these. But just remember that we're not morally, we're mentally superior because we picked out the retrofitter play from a few turns ago. So
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to claim yet that Scott didn't have anything. I can't get got by that.
well, we've seen his whole hand now. We've seen everything he has.
I'm already here while he was there.
That's true. He is the one still playing, so. You know, one could argue you created this monster by preaching about the value of Krang to us.
That is true. I am the evangel that has brought us. I portented this game.
Brought us to this conclusion where, I mean, Krang's not even at play, but let me tell you, I got Kranged. Didn't feel good.
There are no outs here whatsoever, so
I can't imagine that Spurlock has any. I enjoy him just shipping his Ancient Tomb over there out of the way, and I mean, I guess guess that, yeah. I mean, if he doesn't have an artifact, you can block for a turn. But like,
I wonder if I was lazy on Scott's part. Does he really not have one?
kind of wild to not even dig for one. I think with the sphere. I mean, it's not like you
Star.
yeah. It's not like you need the mana for anything, or you're gonna miss the mana or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
something like Solitude.
Yeah, I don't know if he has swords to wear land swords.
Yeah, land swords, Solitude, pay ward. I mean, he's acting like he has something. So, I mean, maybe it's just another blocker, and hope he doesn't have a. That's not gonna do it unless he doesn't have another. But if he doesn't have an artifact again, I think he should definitely send the star here.
He does still become the monarch, right? Is he allowed to target nothing?
I think I'm pretty sure Palace Jailer is up too. Yeah.
That would make sense. Makes sense to let you play it on an empty board.
Oh, it's just two separate things.
It's two separate lines.
Yeah. So when he enters, you become the monarch. Period. And then when this creature enters, exile target creature an opponent controls until an opponent becomes the monarch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but there's an artifact, so like he was holding Ugin there as well, which he couldn't cast, but because Mishra's Workshop is just so bad of a magic card that you couldn't cast Ugin with it. It's why do people even play that card, honestly? So I'm curious about sideboard here. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine anything that would get Spurlock out of these situations that isn't just already in his deck. Although he does have a lot of cards that he probably wants to take out as well. So, I don't know.
Yeah, we saw the suplets in the last match, but I have to imagine that's in the main deck.
Yeah. Like, it's so tough too because like I don't think you can sideboard out Containment Priest, but like it's just so bad. Because if he tinkers and you Containment Priest, like he's just gonna go get Bolus of Citadel instead.
I mean, that's still something. Like,
Yeah, I
Spurlock
mean,
couldn't deal him enough damage that he's low and that doesn't
Right.
do anything. So, I think that
I think it is certainly good enough that you have to keep it in your deck, but isn't going to like break the game like it does against a lot of other.
right, it doesn't look like Scott's the more fair version of this deck that will often have like some counterspells, so that the Cathar Commando and all the creatures with flash get their value. It seems like Scott got everything he needed to be the aggressive version of this deck. Just
I don't know that I've seen Scott with any counterspells. I mean, you had a lot of them. Brian had a lot of them.
I pretended to have a lot of them. My match against Brian on camera, he played around some counterspells and didn't kill me when my hand was 5 red spells and I had no red.
Sure.
Or no.
You had at least 2 though, right? You had Loose Focus, and I thought you had 1 more.
I think I also had Spell Pierce.
You had Spell Pierce. That was the other one I saw. Yeah.
Also, I'm getting my match confused with you because you're the one who had stripped mine and stripped me off of the red mana, I believe.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a match where I was off red mana, 5 red cards in hand, just really, really putting in an Oscar performance to stay alive. And
all right, so if Scott gets ahead in this game, is that when we announce that Cubevitational is retroactively canceled?
Listen, if someone finally wins the Cubevitational with a good deck, which, to be clear, would happen here either way.
Yeah.
And maybe I just say that because the first one Scott won, I don't think he had a good deck. Like I was one who was playing in the finals there, and I don't think
Yeah.
either of us had.
That was the Dark Depths one, right?
Yeah, it was the very meandering.
Okay, well, Scott's the one on the mulligan this time, so.
Same as last game though. Last game that was a multi 5.
Was it? Oh, I missed the beginning of the last game. I didn't realize that. I missed the
I'm pretty sure it was
mulligan
the 5.
portion of the game, yeah.
That's why I thought Jace was his last card or second to last card on that insane first turn. Yeah, and having Jace, Mike Stone, and Weak Stone, like he has enough ways to recover that a mulligan, especially here on the draw, pretty easy to recover from.
He's on the play. Oh no, he won. Yeah,
I was gonna say that would seem like an incorrect decision for Spurlock's poor his aggro deck.
Yeah, I'm impressed that his deck is as potent as it is because I know he's missing a lot of the. We saw Matt has a lot of the white creatures. It's still quite strong, it seems. So that one's going away. Okay.
Figure of Fables. Far less explosive first turn from Scott.
Yeah. Well, it turns not over, buddy.
No, but it not including workshop means.
Oh, and he's shuffling off the ponder too, so maybe a little bit of a lacking 6 potentially, but just kidding. Here's a Gleemox.
Yeah.
Aether Spellbomb, a uniquely annoying answer to the Figure of Fables.
Yeah. The brutal thing we have to remember here is not only does Spurlock have to win this game, he has to win another game, and that is for a bracket reset.
Yeah, that's for a whole second
get
match.
a second match, as Scott's coming from the winner's side of the bracket. So, just real rough stuff here. Oh, just Aether Spellbomb doing work either way.
Yeah.
The Figure of Fables could be reset, or also now Staff gives us a token.
It is kind of an interesting battle here, though, where, like, if you're Scott, you probably feel obligated to keep the Aether Spellbomb up for Figure of Fable activations, but, like, if you're Spurlock and you have other stuff to do, you could just not activate it.
But
so,
then
like,
Scott's in a fine position because he can take
yeah,
hits for one.
It's
for a
definitely
while.
still better for Scott overall, I think. Okay, well, here's another. Do we see? Oh no, just this town. Okay, yeah, I'll hit the Gleemox too. It's filthy. This town, good card as it happens. All right, he's cashing his spell on just to draw a card. So I wonder if that means he's desperate for some action here, because it does kind of seem like. I mean, even with Adeline, he's only attacking for 3 next turn, but very nice guy's Cradle. Yeah.
Ambitious, but we saw the retro.
Yeah, it has to just be there for Retrofitter Foundry. We have Academy at home. So yeah, I expect Adeline. I expect maybe we level the figure here. Maybe not. Just wants to draw a card, maybe.
Yeah, with Staff, I think I'd rather draw than
Yeah.
deal 1 extra damage here.
2/3 is going to 14. Although next turn you're attacking for 5, 6, 7. So if you do 1 more here, he's at 13. Next turn you're attacking for 5.
Not lethal.
6,
Either
7,
way, it's
8.
a 2-turn clock.
9, 10. Yeah, you can only get up to 12 if you level the figure a second time. So if it could be lethal next turn, it's obviously different, I think. But
Yeah,
as is,
like
okay.
maybe there's some Bombardier math to do real quick, but
Bombardier math seems pretty generous anyways, because, I mean, Adeline going from 5 damage to 10 is pretty good. Can't not tell what any of the cards in Scott's hand are.
Yeah, Bombardier's is lethal next turn anyway, so
Yeah, I think it's
taking the extra draw seems
Okay, well here
pretty
is
reasonable.
the Tinker, so
Interesting. If only we had Mana Tithe.
like we can get if he can get Krang, but like is that even winning the race? I mean, Krang gets to block out of line, so that's pretty good. But
Yeah, but then Bombardiers or Headliner Scarlet just blowing
Yeah.
out.
I mean, and I don't know if he knows about Suplex or not. I don't know if Spurlock has like Solitude. But I mean, Krang is a 3-turn clock.
Yeah, but 3 turns just isn't that fast. Like Sparlock can maybe even win that race with minimal extra stuff.
Well, Krang has Vigilance, right? So
Sure, but if he attacks
Yeah.
with everything besides Adeline, that's 4 creatures coming in, so he's going to deal 3.
yeah,
Lose one of them, but like he essentially breaks even because of the human.
okay,
that-
just decides
in.
that we want to try to get this game over with Krang. Doesn't want to mess around with a Citadel.
Okay, Spurlock definitely has outs here. He has a few outs that just like fully put him winning the race, and then he has a few outs that let him like kind of.
That card
break
has Vigilance,
even.
right? No, it doesn't. I thought it did. Okay, never mind. This does change the math back then.
Oh wow! I also was under the impression
I really thought that card had Vigilance.
there's a bunch of trick keywords. That isn't one of them. I mean, this. I guess welcome to the new
Yeah, I
Questing
mean,
Beast.
no, it only has 2 lines with lots of words on it, not 4.
And its second line is its first line again.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so if we attack this turn as is, it's for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got the 5, which means that with no more blockers, it's lethal next turn, even if he doesn't attack with Krang.
yeah, but if you
you'll
have
get another human.
if you have nothing else to do, it's still more than 9 because then you would activate figure.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't think he can kill him this turn though. Short of 5, 9, 10, 11, 12.
yeah, Bombardiers does it. Headliner, I think, barely doesn't do it.
Scarlet would do 3. Figure would do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh no, it
7,
does.
8.
Yeah.
No, I think it'd be 1 short.
He
No,
would
no,
have
because
6
plus
total
1
creatures.
more.
Yeah. That's what I was missing too.
Yeah,
was
the extra Adeline power.
yeah. So 2 things that were lethal. Obviously, thinking about it this long probably means they aren't there, but it takes the draw. But just an
a
amount.
land. I mean, I think you're still pretty happy to be here because you're just turning your creature sideways, and I don't think he can attack with Krang anymore.
Yeah, and it's not like Scott has shown any ability to deal 2 extra damage, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I can't imagine anything. I mean, he's mono blue as far as I know. There's no Psionic Blast in the cube.
I wonder if Spurlock has interaction here, like a swords or something. He's considering like not like he doesn't want to lose with interaction in his hand, right? So maybe that's why what he's.
Okay, so just double leveling, which means he's attacking for 5.
Wait, doesn't it? He can't use red mana on the level though, right? Or
no, it's
the second one is white.
It's hybrid 1, yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5 is 13. So he should be at 1. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 12. Yeah, sorry, it's only 4.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The difference between 1 and 2 here.
It is irrelevant, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Scott has. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything.
I don't think he has an out unless he has like one of those explosive turns, right? But that would require him to already have some of the stuff in his hand.
But what was his explosive turn even be? It's not like he can play again. We know there's no academy in this draft, so it's not like he's gonna be able to academy and make a bunch of tokens with retrofit or anything. Like he has Candelabra, but like he has 1 creature in play with his Guy's Cradle.
Yeah. Doesn't have enough to pop off from here.
He's still playing though, so I mean,
it feels like the math should be pretty quick.
unless he's trying to figure out if he can cast like an upheaval or something. I don't.
Oh, trying to think of like what this could possibly be looking for.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is like an upheaval of some.
But there's just no way he could get to enough mana for that.
Yeah, unless his hand is just all artifact mana, which he would have played, because why not? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Regardless, game 3.
Did he not have a land in his hand?
Who?
Scott.
For what?
I thought he had a Karn in his hand.
Karn's on the. Oh, that Karn. I mean, he might, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. His land
Yeah,
Karn minus wins from there.
Huh?
Your artifact creatures.
Artifact
inherit
creatures have
Krang's
haste.
abilities. They get haste and fly.
Oh.
Brian from the top rope reminding us that
Yeah.
Krang haste the other artifact creatures, so could have had lethal if he had anything to
Any other artifact creature?
any
Yeah,
other
fair.
artifact creature.
Yeah, did not consider that.
For
Not
that-
consider that possibility.
Yeah, I wonder if for that reason Spurlock's supposed to leave back the spirit. Like it's so unlikely.
Well, his trample, so I don't think it matters.
Right, but like if it's exactly a construct, right? Like how small is the construct? Like
It would have been a 2 in that spot.
so then
So
it
wouldn't have
easily
been- No, because it would have been 9 plus 1 is only 10.
right. So leaving back the spirit would have saved it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
And he doesn't need the spirit's damage clearly
Right.
to have lethal. So we're being super nitpicky because it requires exactly a 2-power artifact.
I would wager
creature.
that if we walked in that room right now and asked Spurlock what Krang did, he couldn't tell us. So
I don't know.
maybe if we specifically asked what Krang's second line did, he couldn't tell us.
I mean, we've made videos about Krang, and by we I mean
Yeah,
I've made videos.
well, that's
about
what I
Krang.
mean. It's just like
And Spurlock's seen those, and he's played the arena cube, but like I'm sure he's interacted with the
Mhm.
card.
it's just one of those things, and it's like we joked about questing beasts earlier, but it's kind of similar to where like.
Yeah, that card
That-
has 3 keywords. This one has 4 and gives them to everything.
Well, but my point is that questing beast has 4 lines of text, and at any point in a game, 1 maybe 2 of them is relevant. So you just kind of tuck the other ones away in the back of your mind. So like
yeah, and
it's easy to compartmentalize yourself out of that line.
and Krang's second line of giving creatures the ability wasn't relevant that game, and yeah. Either way,
Here now.
battling for the reset.
Yep. Yeah, so game 3 here. They didn't update the match score, but that's okay. They're in the sauce. It's all right. Oh, maybe Scott's getting it now. They should also reset their life totals probably. Scott's pretty disadvantaged if he starts this game at their life. Although maybe it's an appropriate handicap. Maybe they're having the issue where oh no, never mind. They just forgot. All right, well, here's more what we're used to, I think. It's especially scary because, I mean, a Tinker here is Citadel top.
Yeah, Scott's ready to send us home without allowing for the bracket reset. Let's
Yeah.
see if Spurlock has.
Just a pass is tough.
Aggro deck doesn't like to see the other person on 4 mana before developing the board at all.
Talisman, okay. I mean, has to be relieved not to just have the game be over at this point, but with top, the question becomes how long that's true. Nothing on turn 2 either.
Yeah, and Scott didn't spin looking for something to do, so I don't know if he had some interaction. We mentioned that like haven't seen anything from him yet, but there's definitely the possibility that he has something we haven't seen yet.
I wonder if we talked. Okay, well, I was gonna say that. I wonder if Spurlock has just kept another interaction heavy hand, similar to what we saw in the last match, but that doesn't even matter now.
I don't know if he has Cathar Commando like Ancient Tomb, then
Yeah,
or that would still be 1 mana
two
short.
two
but-
turns, yeah, but. Yeah, like I wonder if he's just like sitting with Suplex in his hand or something, and something like a Citadel wouldn't have been an issue, but this is a problem. Again, I don't know if he has Solitude, but Solitude, Ancient Tomb, or no, yeah, Solitude Ancient Tomb could be
Yeah.
an out here, but Winds of Abandon. Shipping that away kind of reads like he has something else to answer it with, unless he needs mana.
I don't know. We saw Spurlock stick around in game 1 a bit, so
Yeah. I mean, in his defense in game 1, he did miss on an artifact for a turn, so if he missed on an artifact again,
yeah,
that's
but
not gonna happen
he,
this game,
he
but-
can't because of
yeah,
top.
this game he cannot. Yeah.
So Scott now
Oh, that's pretty brutal. I mean, I wonder what he's even going to name, but
he's seen Cathar Commando. He should know to
Yeah.
name Cathar Commando. That shrug, though, does not inspire the confidence that he said Cathar Commando. Maybe he said Staff since he's seen Staff.
Staff,
this
yeah.
match.
But
But
yeah, I mean, he is hellbent here.
yeah, but this is a 2-turn clock, right?
Yeah.
He didn't make a retrofitter, so I assume he didn't make a servo before damage, so I assume it's lethal without the.
Yeah, I mean, he should be at 11 here.
So
8.
yeah,
9,
he has
10,
enough mana
11,
to
yeah.
make it lethal next
Yeah,
turn.
servo, draw with top, play top, make another servo is 11. So he needs an answer immediately here,
Yeah. So
or the bad
it's-
guys win.
It's Swords, Ancient Tomb, or it's Solitude.
Solitude and another land.
And we don't know that he has either Swords or Solitude.
Yeah.
So
Not entirely convinced he does, because I feel like, again, I haven't watched any of his games outside of these, but I haven't seen either of those cards. I don't think that Bombardiers matters.
no.
Scarlet doesn't matter.
No. We need an extra turn for any of those
Yeah.
cards to matter. So
It
sometimes
feels like if we're tapping mana for anything except for Pan Ward here, we're cooked. Yeah, this doesn't feel...
well
This can keep it from being lethal,
yes ish.
assuming he takes the retrofitter here.
But if any of these are artifacts, then
Yeah, okay.
the extra artifact from that draw is going to be enough still.
Yeah. Well, no. Oh, yeah. Because he puts an artifact on top, yeah. So that's a 9/9 now. Adeline attacking for 3/4, so he's going to 16. I mean, I think he's doing this regardless because otherwise the
Right.
apparition can block, but if there's an artifact here, we get to look at 3 more. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that'll do
Okay,
it.
that's the one he needed. Yep. Bolt Scott and Spurlock offers.
Hooray!